We have 5 minutes before the stream. Court Lalonde, we are live, and people can see us on the internet.
Oh, it says 5 minutes and 21, 19, 18. Is that you seeing the same thing?
Oh, snap. We can actually do the whole, like, syncing.
Yeah, I was trying to sync it up.
Yes.
I'm at 5, 11, 10. You got mad at me last time, remember? Sorry, yep. Sean doesn't get mad. He gets frustrated.
It's on the... This is becoming a thing. Everybody, this is Mark Carabin, the Canadian from Secret Friends Unite and Couch Co-op and a whole bunch of other... The Holocron Chronicles and...
I've also been on the show.
You think I do a lot of podcasts?
I've been on their show.
I just do 2. That's all.
Oh. Well, you've been on their show, Court?
Yeah.
Court's been, he's been on co-op mode.
And it was a hard out, that one too. It got moved because Mark was dealing with some things, kids behind him, and I'm like, turning on the fan because originally I had an hour and a half, and then I'm like, I need to go to bed. I gotta go, guys. I'm tired.
Time zones are a bugger, man. Although I think it's working out better for Mark today than usual.
It definitely is. Yeah. What is it, like 7 a.m. for you right now?
6:55. Yeah. Court and I were just saying none of us got sleep last night, you guys. We're so excited for Splatoon.
I messaged the Discord and I'm like, why am I awake? And Sean messaged me back and I'm like, oh my God.
2 hours earlier over here. Drew Cheedy, Joel Falcon, good to see you. Splatoon brings back Joel Brooks. It is great to see you, Joel. Good to have you here. Don't lie to me. I'm here. Look, no coffee yet, too. I decided to make sure that the stream was going to be ready. And good thing I did because Discord and Windows reset everything this morning, apparently. So.
Oh, wow. Who made that? That's a nice background. Well done.
Not bad. Mm-hmm.
It's very bright. It's colorful.
Well, I'm trying to embrace these new colors of Splatoon. And I feel like this is as good as I've seen it
like the colors.
Yeah.
It's very 90s.
Nicholas Johnson. Yeah. It's just extreme Nickelodeon. It's very Nickelodeon. That's the whole, I think, Splatoon.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kevin, I see you in the chat there. Guess what? I've never even played the game, so here we are. I'm a newbie, and I only got a Switch not too long ago, so this is just different.
Well, this is mandatory, day one. I had a great chat with Seth from All In Podcast yesterday on the Nintendo Drive, and he was just spewing positivity, like, I'm buying it no matter what, and I'm here going like, I need to see loadouts, I need to see good modes, and they've got to tackle all these issues that I had with the first game and the second game. So I'm very curious. I was just a second ago watching last year's Direct, and I don't know if anybody's watched a Direct like this before, but it is weird. They go full into research mode and let's tell you a little about the Inklings and the kids. Fashion's good. I don't know. It's very strange. So
they're so weird.
Yeah,
they are so weird. And to be honest, we were just talking about this before we went live, but I don't think Splatoon always shows well.
Mm-hmm.
That was something that Bobby and I talked about before we even started the Inkstrike podcast. Was what are they doing? What is Nintendo thinking about with this game? And it's similar to, I feel like, Sean, you and I had that conversation about the Switch when it was coming out, 1-2 Switch, and how they were focusing on all the wrong stuff and what are they doing with this garbage? And Splatoon was the same kind of thing. It was what is this? It's multiplayer only. It's online only. Nintendo doesn't do online. Nintendo doesn't do multiplayer. You're paying, for something without a story mode. And it's this bizarre thing of it shows so poorly and then is so great. And for me to be this is the dumbest thing Nintendo's ever come up with, to doing a podcast about the game, it's weird.
And I don't know that I'd ever seen anybody do a dedicated podcast to a game at that time. I'm sure they existed, but that was the first that I had seen it. And I was the opposite. So when I first saw Splatoon for the very first time, I'm like, this is amazing. And then I played the test fire, and I wasn't sure that I could play just that forever. But of course, it was Bobby, the influencer, who got me just thinking about it in a different way. And I was all in after I talked to Bobby about it. But Court's coming in kind of brand new to this thing.
I'm coming in because this looks like a game that my daughter can play, and I can play with her. But then I'm Nintendo Switch online infrastructure is just it's my biggest gripe about Nintendo. I know people complain about no achievements or trophies. You know what? I'm over that. Mine is, I just wish when like I was playing the other day and I saw Sean pop in online and I'm like, oh, we could play. I'm like, oh, but then I got to go get my phone. And then I'm like, you know what? We're not
I got to get my Y cable adapter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it just, the amount of steps in the way, it's almost like this game would be to me, it looks like, hey, you could do so much content to this, like a la Fall Guys. But every content creator is like, they'll just copyright strike me. So
they did back in the day. Like, you had to have like the Nintendo partner program and all this other stuff you had to apply for. Like, yeah, streaming this stuff in the early days was super not fun. Dallas Robbins, look at all the guys. Like, we've been doing this community thing for a long, long time, and a lot of names from the early days are popping out because of Splatoon. Mm-hmm. Chelsea just gave me a look like, what is happening right now? Something's happening right now.
We go.
Hey, what's the thing going on?
The music in Splatoon is always so distinct.
This is Splatsville, in the heart of the Splatlands. Despite its old-fashioned appearance, it's seen enormous growth in recent years. It's also the hottest new place for Inklings looking for things to do. Oh, hello everyone. Hope you're all staying fresh. I almost forgot about introductions. We're the researchers from the Squid Research Lab. We're simply fascinated by what these Inklings can do. They can splat ink in kit form and smoothly swim through it in swim form. We've been studying their biology day and night.
Stay fresh.
Today, we'd like to share some new findings on these Inklings while providing summaries throughout.
I want game modes, dang it.
Of course, what goes for the Inklings also applies to the Octolings. We're sure of it.
Octolings.
First, Turf War.
I'd love all modes to be
Get
available
styling
for
with
everybody,
some fresh
not just ranked
fashion
mode.
And get inking with even fresher weapons.
I don't want
Naturally,
time.
in a place
Like
called Splatsville,
when to play.
Turf War battles are the
That was the
locals'
thing with Salmon
favorite
Run. It was
pastime.
like
Two
it's available
teams
every
of four will
second
ink
Tuesday
for
and
3
Thursday
minutes.
from
Team that
4:05
inks the most in their
a.m.
color,
to
in other words, claims the most
4:47.
turf,
I feel like
wins.
that's such an easy thing for them to do, for them to get right.
Now, that's not all inking is for. Ink walls to swim up,
Concept looks so great. I just don't understand. Like,
or get
just-
sneaky
it looks
and
great.
hide in ink to splat opponents.
Bobby's
The more
trash
ink
talk
you
when he would
spread,
splat
the
you
bigger
was
the
so
advantage
good.
you'll have in battles.
Legendary.
Whoops! If you're out of ink, submerge in it to refill.
Yeah, Chibi, they're taking
New
us all the way back to the
techniques
beginning.
Like the squid surge to
Yeah.
swim up walls in a single burst.
This is why it's
And
30
the
minutes.
squid roll to jump out of ink while simultaneously
Like, this is
turning
basically like
around
the
have
first time we
also
ever
been
saw
spotted.
Splatoon.
Yeah, this is
See
big
that
for
crossbow?
which is good
Well,
for
it's
people
glowing
like
like this.
perfect
Cord.
for me.
The move also
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
repels ink from opponents.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
We've discovered where these turf war battles will take place. Stages confirmed for the Splatlands include Scorch Gorge, Eeltail Alley,
Scorch Gorge sounds dirty.
Mincemeat Metalworks, and Undertow Spillway. There seem to be other stages as well. Hagglefish Market, a pier filled
Stage
to the
looks like
brim
hepatitis.
with street vendors. The stuff here looks fishy, though. Several stages from Greater Inkopolis also return. Museum D'Alfonsino. Battles here take place in the central courtyard of this modern museum. Take special note of the rotating wall. Hammerhead
Museum
Bridge.
for Bobby.
This bridge connects Greater Inkopolis to the Splatlands. After lots of construction work, it's finally open. Thanks to the bridge, transit to and from Greater Inkopolis is much easier. Mahi Mahi Resort. A luxury resort in Greater Inkopolis. Pay close attention to the platforms that sink as the battle goes on. There will be more areas to ink afterward, so don't forget to splat them. Including the stages you see here, a total of 12 await.
Oh, You can play one at a time.
Stages will be added in free post-launch updates.
One per week.
Now, let's get into the inky and
I feel like you guys have a love-hate
weapons.
relationship with this game.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
First, it appears that all
I want
the
that
basic
background. I want
weapons
that
from
image.
Previous games will be available.
Okay.
On top of that, Splatland-specific weapon types, such as the bow-like stringers, will
up,
make
Argo?
their destructive debut.
That is
We've
not a
also
weapon for
verified
me.
a new weapon type called Splatanas.
Splatanas.
This is the Splatana Wiper. Send blades of ink flying with the centrifugal force generated by swinging. Swing after charging up
You
a
don't
bit,
paint
and
with
it'll
that.
transform into a
Doesn't look like a
charged
great cover,
slash.
like paint cover
As
weapon, but it
expected,
looks like it's going to be
powerful as a
deadly.
long-range attack.
No kidding.
But the charged slash at close range is also
Oh, look at them
quite
just jump
devastating.
through the enemy paint.
Ooh,
Let's dive into the weapons that can help you claim even
that's the
more
aggressive
What the heck
weapon.
is
That's
that?
not a.
Special
That's not a I want to win weapon.
As the name implies, these are
I
special
would think
kinds
though
of
if you
weapons
had
that
like
can be
another
unleashed
person
after
with you
filling
and you
up
were
the
like, hey,
gauge from
you
ink
use
and
the
turf.
katana for the whole time.
Yes.
You could have
There
that
are some
person be
new
like your
types we've
assassin.
identified.
Yep.
So let's take a closer
Like
look.
Ryan, who doesn't get angry, he could go out and take out that aggression on
This
everybody
is
in
the
the game.
Tacticooler. When it's activated,
Trash version of the
a
roller
fridge
does-
appears.
Yeah, you
You'll
don't get
find
the coverage.
in-game beverages stored inside. These have a variety of effects, like momentarily increasing speed.
Oh, cool.
They come in packs of 4, so take one and share the rest with your teammates. This is the Wave Breaker. When activated, it'll unleash waves around the area. It'll also mark an opponent's location and cause damage. Try to avoid them with a well-timed jump. Finally, the Reef Slider. Build up power, then charge into opponents who need a good
That's
splat.
awesome.
Ooh, I
Once
like
the
that.
attack ends, it'll explode and damage
The
the
like
surrounding
e-brake
area.
turn
Familiar
is so
special
good.
weapons like the Tenta missiles, Inkjet, Ink Storm,
I don't know if you can do it,
Ultra Stamp,
Kevin.
and Booyah Bomb will also make their grand return. Special weapons are paired with main weapons, so find the combo that suits your splatting style.
Triple ink strike.
Shop here to get your tentacles on some fresh weapons. This is Ammonites, owned by the chatty horseshoe crab, Sheldon. The locals have praised him for his wealth of weapon wisdom and sophisticated selection. Instead of using in-game currency for purchases, you'll need these Sheldon licenses. Obtain them by leveling up through battles and by consistently using the same weapons. One Sheldon license can be exchanged for one weapon that corresponds to your level. Oh,
Slight
and
tweak.
just between us, if you exchange more Sheldon licenses than normal, it appears he'll give you a weapon you like sooner than expected as a special reward.
I was thinking the same thing, Kev. Definitely looks like minion vibes.
By the way, the Inklings and Octolings walking around town are pretty savvy about their fashion. Things like headgear, clothing, and shoes are just as important as weapons to staying fresh in Splatsville.
I hope they have more options for the
shops
Octolings.
around here. Each one is
So
managed
far,
by
if
an
you told me
interesting
this was
shopkeeper.
Splatoon 3, 1, or
Let's
2,
drop in.
I wouldn't really, like, if I was kind of blind to it, like, you wouldn't really know.
This
There's not
is
really
not
anything
couture,
different yet.
A headgear shop. You'll find an array of hats, masks, and glasses, so you can get ahead of the game.
Stop.
The laid-back Nautilus, Gnarly Eddie, and the energetic Nails, the snail sitting here, run the shop. This is the clothes boutique, Mana Wardrobe.
I like that.
It specializes in tops,
Mana
like
Wardrobe.
t-shirts and jackets.
Fantastic.
The shopkeeper, Gel Lafleur, might be a touch archaic with words, but this jellyfish has a keen eye for fashion sense. And finally, the Shoe Store Crush Station. Get a variety of cool kicks here, from sneakers to
Save the
sandals,
game media. What's the difference
even
between an
leather
inkling and an octoling?
owned by
Inklings are based
Mr.
on
Coco.
squids.
He might
Octolings are
look
based on
intimidating,
octopus.
but deep
In the
down,
first
he's a nice
game,
guy.
octolings were the bad guys. The second game, they kind of started to
You're
come
more than
around.
welcome to pick out gear
And,
based on its appearance. But they do
yeah,
come
now
with
it looks like they're
abilities
just
that can
all
help
getting
you out
along.
in battle.
That's the way it goes.
Take run speed up, for example. It can increase your running speed. Or intensify action. This improves the squid roll and squid surge moves. There are even more abilities to discover. Plus, there's a fellow in Splatsville who can swap one ability with another.
He looks so shady.
Talk to Merch here, and you can add an
Oh, I
ability
didn't even
of
know
your
that was
choosing
Merch.
to
That's
your
so funny.
favorite gear.
Yeah, he's way older.
And if you save your favorite gear combinations as fresh as fits, you can change in a flash.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Flavor
Okay.
up your fashion with
nice.
whatever outfits you want. Simply Splat-tastic.
5 fit. That's what I wanted. There's 5 tabs at the top.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Welcome to the lobby, a gathering spot for those seeking
So
fresh
that's
battles.
check. Yes, Chibi Sean got his preset. Yep.
Turf war battles aren't the only things that happen here. You can also square off in anarchy battles, where
What?
you compete for rankings. Hold the active zones in splat zones. Ride
Okay,
the
so this is
tower
still
to the
just
goal
ranked.
in tower control. Carry the Rainmaker to its destination in Rainmaker. Or collect and throw clams to score in Clam Blitz.
Those are cool modes. I just
Duke
don't want
it
them
out
only in.
these 4 modes, which
in
are
rank.
on rotation.
They're on
They look
rotation.
like great things to play
Want
with
to
the
take on a
community,
challenge
but
solo? Select
you?
Anarchy Battle Series. But if you want to team
Solo
up with
players
friends,
only.
joining Anarchy
Oh.
Battle Open is the way to go. You can also play private battles online. Set battle modes and other options to your liking. Why not play with your favorite battle modes alongside friends? Information about these game modes will be available soon on the game's official website.
You have a 30-minute direct. Give us the information on these game modes now. That's literally what I'm here for, Nintendo. You drive me crazy. Oh my gosh.
Now, let's talk about the features.
hold on, you don't want to look
within the
at
lobby.
what kind of sandals you can get?
This is the
Oh.
test range. Try out and get comfy with your weapons here. Besides being able to practice whenever you want,
It's too early
it's
for
also
this.
a great place to get all warmed up while waiting for rivals to join a battle. Next up, ghosts. Online friends will appear as 3D holograms.
Drivatars.
Drop in on friends in the midst of battle and play alongside them.
Yes.
You can also join up and start a battle on the same team. You'll
Finally.
be able to see what your
Sick.
friends are up to. It appears that you can also call out to friends in the lobby and invite them for battles.
Oh my
Why
god,
not
thank
see
God.
these features for yourself?
Joel and Chibi get it.
This is where you
Yep.
can view battle replays.
Oh,
It
cool.
appears that it can somewhat recreate
Full
recent
battle
battles.
replay? No shit.
Fast forward
Oh, that's awesome.
or skip to a certain part. Or even swap to another player's view. Incredible!
Absolutely. I'm crying.
Not
I'm so
only can
happy.
you
Chibi,
rewatch
you're the
battles as
best.
many times as you'd like.
That's
There's
awesome.
even a share feature. We hope you'll use this handy tool to help you rank up.
I will, like, when we play as a community and
Next,
sometimes get to
we'll analyze and
spectate
discuss
others, like,
this
it's a
space
fun
within
game
the
to
lobby.
watch.
The locker room. Here, you'll find some
Crazy
fresh
times, Drew.
lockers. One is yours, and the others belong to players with whom you've recently played. As you can see, you'll be able to place any acquired weapons, gear, and items to your liking. Slap on some snazzy stickers. And modify your locker's color.
I don't want to know what's in Ryan
This
Turford's
is
locker.
your space to express yourself. So customize it however you'd
Gotcha.
like to show off your signature splatting style.
Remember that show Inside Human's Head
Items
from
can
way
be
back in the
obtained
day,
at
like from like the
Hotlantis,
90s?
a general store on the edge
That's
of
all I think
Splatsville.
about now.
Apparently, the store manager vanishes quite often. So instead, it's run by an artist named Harmony.
Oh, she's cute.
She used to be a regular customer here. It's got an outlandish assortment of items. Why not show the store some love by grabbing some goods? There appear to be plenty of other customization features as well. When battles start, these splash tags appear. They can be customized with a banner, badge, and title.
Yep, Fall Guys stuff.
Yep.
Additionally, you can change the emote your character performs when you win a battle.
Cool. Pretty
All of
standard
these
stuff.
can be obtained via the
Getting
in-game
on the
catalog,
game.
which will be
Very
available at
exciting to me.
Hotlantis. By using points
Yes!
earned from battles, you can unlock various items, like stuff for splash tags and seasonal gear. Following the game's launch, a new catalog is planned to be released every 3 months for 2 years. Be sure to snatch up everything you see in each catalog.
2-year game support.
Yep. I mean, it's not really a roadmap, but sort of.
There's still a lot
Joel,
of
I
info
agree.
to share, but
Yes.
I need
It's
to
a lot
take
more
little
than
breather
343
here.
gave us on Halo.
It's
In
question
the
marks that
meantime,
things are
Please turn
happening.
your attention toward this.
Some sort of kind. Yeah, exactly, Becca. Yeah.
Introducing Table Turf Battle! Lay
What
out your cards
in the
for a
world?
wrestling get
There you go.
down.
You love Tetris.
I do like Tetris.
Ink different shapes with different cards.
Ryan Turfer just woke up and he doesn't know
Charge
why.
up power and unleash it all at once with a special attack. There are cards like this, and even ones like this, and there are over 150 cards to collect in game. So build
like
your
the
deck and
artwork on
send
it.
your rivals packing. The Splatsville locals eagerly await your challenge. Table Turf Battle. Every player will be gifted an in-game starter deck. Excuse me, I lost my clampoosier for a second there.
Stop.
That was Table Turf Battle, a 1v1
Ooh, a card.
competitive
Ooh, every
card
game
battle
needs cards.
spin-off of Turf War. It appears you can
Ooh,
play
Tetris
this
and
at the
cards?
Table
Ooh, this
Turf
is even
Battle
better.
Dojo
Can we play
in
Dungeons and Dragons
Splatsville.
too?
Be on the lookout for more details about Table Turf Battle in the future. And now, this!
Come on, Salmon Run. All the time for
Open
everyone.
always. Yep.
Salmon Run is a
That's what we
simple
need.
job that requires 4 players to work together to collect power eggs from the salmon
have my
eggs
doubts,
advancing
Mark.
on them. This
Me
part-time
too.
gig is rumored to be a little fishy, but it pays pretty well. By defeating particularly ferocious creatures called boss salmonids, you can obtain valuable golden eggs.
Chibi, maybe I'll learn how to play it
You'll
this
need to
time.
collect and deliver plenty of golden eggs in order to complete this job. This time around, we've confirmed some new types of boss salmonids, so let's share our
Look at that
findings.
artwork, man. That's awesome.
First up, the Salmon Lid. It creates barriers and protects salmonids on the ground. Get too
So
close to
weird.
it, it'll attempt to crush you, so approach with caution. Next, the Big Shot. It fires heavy projectiles from a distance. Be prepared for powerful shockwaves when they land. With new boss salmonids confirmed, make sure you're ready for an even more dangerous salmon run.
That you can play anytime. Just say it.
Yeah, that's. I'll just wait. Come on.
What, they didn't allow you to play at any time?
No, it was terrible.
This is one of the new king salmonids. Unbelievable! It looks like they'll occasionally appear just before you complete the job. The tank on your back is a specially provided egg cannon, and it appears that you can fire golden eggs to deal massive damage. However, these battles are under a time limit, so rack up as much damage as possible to drive them back. And this is the still being researched Big Run. We believe this is when salmonids invade the city in which Icklings and Octolings live. It appears that this event happens once every few months, so brace yourselves! Big Run is coming!
Did they just say it only happens every few months?
Yeah, they did.
That part.
Now, observe this manhole in Splatsville Square. This
new
is
type of
actually
Splatfest.
the
Good call,
entrance to the
Chibi.
home
That's
of
exactly
the
what that is.
Alkarians, the Inklings' longtime enemies. As Agent
I
3,
know, I was thinking the same thing.
Voice actors was really going hard. I was thinking the same thing, Becca.
You'll do battle with the
So the mode that you guys really like, which is that Salmon Run thing, they're not going to
to
give it to you every day, and it's only going to every couple months.
Along with your
So there's
buddy's
a
small
type
fry,
of that
you'll
mode that
explore
is going
many
to come every
stages,
couple
each one
months.
full of twists
But
and turns.
the mode itself, Salmon
I
Run,
almost
was only
forgot.
available
Story
certain
mode is
times of the
perfect for
day
getting
in
familiar with
Splatoon
flips
2.
and turf and using weapons.
They didn't clarify
Times
that
of the
though.
day.
Players might want to try
Yeah.
it out.
Like actual physical time.
Yeah, like
Well,
you'd go and
we've
check
come
and like,
this
it's
far.
not happening right now.
What awaits the Inklings and
It'll happen
Octolings
later.
in the end? We hope you can witness the epic finale of this Splattastic saga.
Finale. So is this the...
We're
Final game.
back in Splatsville. From here on out, we'd like to talk about other
The end
features
game
that'll
now.
help you enjoy your splatting escapades even more in the Splatoon
Inklings
3 game.
assemble.
They really
You
didn't
can
say
post
Salmon Run.
illustrations here
man.
via this mailbox.
No, they said every couple
They'll
months.
be displayed
what I
all
heard.
across
I know,
the
but you're
city, and
you're
even
not
in
understanding the
stages.
two modes.
Oh,
Put on
okay,
your
sorry.
artist cap
Salmon
and
Run.
post away.
Yeah. That's all.
Is this Mario Paint?
Vertical illustrations
Oh man.
will also be supported. Additionally, you can grab food and
animations?
drinks that'll help you in battles at the concession stand. Or use local communication to play with nearby folks in your favorite modes at the shoal. By using photo mode, you can snap selfies, send photos to a smart device, or display them in your locker.
Oh, that's cool.
This is the Recon Guide. Select your favorite stages at any time and take a stroll around them. Why not get familiar with each stage prior to battles?
That's really cool.
That's great.
This is Splatnet 3.
Stop.
You can use this with your smart device.
What? You don't want to, use your cell phone
It
inside the
contains
video game?
features like checking your latest battle stats
I don't want to use the Nintendo app,
and ordering special in-game gear
although
not
this
sold in
looks very
shops
helpful,
from
to
the
be
Splatnet
honest
gear
with
shop.
you.
But that's not all.
Honestly, as someone that plays a
Access
game right
features
now
like
that has an
Krusty
app,
Sean's Wonder
I
Crust.
wish every game
Support
that was
this fellow's
a
journey using ink points
competitive
earned depending
shooter
on
or
the areas
online
you've
game
inked during
had an app.
battles.
Like all of them. Like so you can do loadouts,
View
it's so much
history to
better.
take a trip down memory lane with your past ranks.
Yeah, Chibi, you're right. Yeah, I shouldn't slam it so quickly.
You can also snag special wallpapers.
The fashion
and more
aspect
for
of
your
it was
smart
really
device.
good.
So be
it
sure to grab
sucks
them.
like, you have to use that for voice
It
chat and
appears
stuff,
that
but like
Splatnet 3 will be
being able to
available at
buy
launch via the
outfits and
Nintendo
stuff
Switch
through the app.
Online mobile app.
Great addition. Chibi's right.
Now I got to download that app again.
Yep.
Next up, Amiibo Figures.
Yeah!
Scan Splatoon series Amiibo at this spot in Splatsville, and voila! Saving your
Didn't
favorite
Nintendo
gear
let us
combinations
make
as
custom
fresh as
Amiibos?
fits will allow you to easily swap outfits.
Oh,
Like-
that's awesome.
Additionally, it seems you'll be able to get special gear and even snap photos together
You
with
save your
Amiibo.
presets to the Amiibos. That's awesome.
And Splatoon 3 Amiibo
There they are.
incoming.
Oh, the Salmon Run Amiibo. Yes.
Release is scheduled for this holiday.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. You got to get those.
Now, let's talk about post-launch updates.
Roadmap, here we go.
As
Small
we mentioned
fry.
a while ago, following the game's launch, a new in-game catalog will be released every 3 months for 2 years.
Every 3 months.
New
That's
weapons
good.
will also be added around the same time as each catalog. In addition, X Battle, available after attaining an extremely high rank in Anarchy Battle, and League Battle, where every 2 hours you can compete in teams based on your Anarchy Battle results, are planned to be added in future updates. Furthermore, for this game, we're planning to add large-scale paid DLC. More details will come at a later time.
That's such a weird thing to say.
And now, I'd like to wrap up this research report from the Squid Research
I think
Lab.
it's almost like an
Thank you for watching.
just assume. Like I was like, okay, there will be DLC in this game. Like what game doesn't have DLC?
Yeah,
that's like a thing now. We used to buy games that were fully done. Now they're like, nah, we're gonna save 20% and make you pay for it later.
What? They've had those before too. Oh, here we go.
Is this like the new Callie and Marie?
The new pop stars. So obviously we hate them because they're new.
Squid, I completely forgot to tell you about Deep Cut. They're an incredibly popular trio who host the Splatsville news program Anarchy Splatcast. They provide information on battle stages, as well as other news bulletins. While we're on the subject,
special announcement, one of the Splatfests happens on her forehead.
Phones.
Damn.
They can check the news while doing other activities, as shown here. And...
She's got the same idea.
A 30-minute direct and I still have questions. Skillet Squad never played
so
Splatoon.
many questions.
This might be a day one purchase for me. Oh, Brian Eck, jump in, man. What is
Imagine
happening?
being hired to provide
Why
the
is this?
lyrics for this.
Can I just like what is happening? What? Why am I watching a concert?
It's Bollywood in
happens.
Splatoon.
Yeah.
But why?
This is Nintendo's brain on drugs. Yeah, they just let somebody go with it.
Like they took 2 seconds to do the roadmap, and they're like, "Hey, but we're gonna give you a full length concert."
Exactly.
Because Nintendo and because Splatoon.
Because Nintendo. Yes, nailed it. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh my
Next,
goodness
they're gonna be
gracious.
like, "And you have to play the whole game with motion controls."
Still big
probably.
questions about how we play it. How does this work?
It's been confirmed that Splatfest will make a return.
Oh, that's what this is Splatfest.
In these events, you pick a team based on the announced
Ocarina.
theme, then settle the
saw that.
outcome via battle. And this time around, there will be 3 teams to choose
Yes!
from. Splatfests consist of 2 halves. In the first half, teams will compete in 4v4 turf war battles. The second half is a tricolored turf war. It's a special mode where, whoa, 3 teams fight at the same time.
I totally
All
called
players on
3
the team
teams.
currently in
Nice.
first place will start in the center
That
of the
is
stage.
awesome.
2 players each from the
You do the
second
editing on that
and
one.
third place teams will attack the first place team from opposite
That
ends
is
of the
that-
stage.
Dude, I've been saying it for years.
And the
That is
leading team will defend
amazing.
themselves. Or will the other
Makes
2
so much
teams
more
exact
sense.
revenge
Yes.
and force them
Sometimes
out?
they nailed it and it was like a good
Use
50-50
the ultra
split, and other
signal
times
to
it was
control
like,
the
hey,
battle
do you
and
like
contribute to the
chocolate or
Splatfest
getting
while
kicked in the
working
nuts? And it was
alongside
like, who's gonna
members
pick
of
this
Deep
other
Cut.
team? It's just so, yeah.
As soon as they said 3 teams to pick from, I'm like, are they gonna do this?
Okay, we're going to close out this presentation with an
sorry, guys.
announcement from Deep Cut. Take it away.
Okay, but again, 3 teams only available for Splatfest, which only happen every however often. But that's still, that's pretty good. I didn't think, I thought I was being crazy. Here's the game loading. 4v2v2, was it? $8.27? That's before the game comes out. Yes. And it's all, it's a 12-hour Splatfest.
Rock, paper, scissors. Fantastic.
Dude, oh my God, that's amazing.
Okay, Team Rock, obviously, right?
Team Rock?
Oh, for sure. Scissors is just...
Nothing beats Rock.
Except paper.
Lincoln has introduced pencil into rock, paper, scissors, and it's amazing. I wrote on your paper.
Well done.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show yesterday. Usually these test fires are like an hour long. This is a 12-hour test fire on a great mode. Oh my gosh, crazy.
You actually made that call yesterday.
I was hoping for it.
Yeah. I paid attention to the Nintendo Drive yesterday.
Fingers crossed. Me and Seth, we did it. We did it, everybody. So this, catch you later. I like it.
That's all
Stay
we
fresh.
have to share today.
Stay fresh.
Or not. And now announcing the Splatoon 3 Enter the Splatlands Invitational
At PAX West, that's
2022
awesome.
Tournament. This event will take place on September 5th at PAX West. Some of the top finishers from this summer's Splatoon 2 Inkopolis Showdown will head to Seattle and compete in North America's first ever Splatoon 3 Invitational.
The commercial is from the
official
commercial for the
Nintendo
Switch.
versus Twitter account
Finally,
updates.
esports.
And to see more of our research.
Well, actually,
findings
we've
as
been
we
waiting
uncover them, follow
for
the
this since,
official
what,
Splatoon North American Twitter account.
What's that movie way back in the day, The Wizard?
The Wizard, yeah.
Yeah, like
World
they were like
Championships.
showing us. They were like, "Look, you could speed run this," and then I was like, "When does this ever happen?"
The Nintendo World Championships are back. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think if you're here at this time in the morning for Splatoon Direct, you'll probably have some sort of predisposition to want to be excited for this. Mark, did you get everything that you needed out of that?
Kind of, I guess. Like
Yeah,
they did most of the stuff. Like it's good, but there's still some unanswered questions. When is Salmon Run happening? You know, I wanted to see a little bit more of that kind of stuff. Like when I jump in, what am I going to see? And this was a good little like, here's a piece of this, here's a piece of that, here's a piece of this. Like maybe the website will flesh some things out, but we might be waiting until the Splatfest or even until September to really get the full view. Luckily, that's not too far away, but I kind of expected just a tiny bit more.
They pulled back in the areas where I really was hoping for them to lean into, especially with the 30-minute direct. But Court, you've never played Splatoon. What's going on, man? What are you thinking?
Well, it's almost everything you guys complained about. They seem to like solve most of those minor issues. So maybe it's like the perfect time to jump in. I won't be as frustrated.
Yeah.
My whole thing is the online infrastructure of Nintendo. But if I can figure it out and I can get by the frustration factor, this game looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I will say this time and time again. My new motto when I play video, I just want to have fun now. I don't want to have frustrations anymore. This game looks like it'd just be fun and looks like a game I'm going to purchase.
Seth in the chat, loadout Sean. Seth, more than loadouts, 3-team Splatfest. That is crazy. It's just going to be absolutely insane. And what I want to know, like, there's so many, like, this is classic me and any Nintendo fan. It's like they give us a little bit and I'm like, I want to know more. Like, I actually want to know, can I do this as like a custom battle? Like, can we have, basically, Court, I want to know is, can we have a 3-way in the community? You know, with lots of people.
That would be a huge 3-way with the community. That would be, I believe they call it something else, but
could get messy. All the paint.
It could. Well, look at all the stuff, all the splatter that's going all over the place. It's already getting messy, right?
Splatter. Yeah, I mean, like, it's amazing how they can spend so much time on the thing, and I still don't know so much. Lots of questions. I did want to roadmap.
The concert, though. What about the concert, though? The concert was great.
Very. I don't. Was I wrong thinking that's like it was like a Bollywood kind of vibe?
Yeah,
it had a vibe.
Little vibe. Yep.
Y'all have got to chill. Just like enjoy what it is. I had to send something on Disc Twitter. There's a lot there. There really is. And like, if I'm being honest, how am I not buying this game on day one? You have to.
That's the other thing for me is with so many online games now, free to play, supported by DLC and cosmetics and all that kind of stuff. It's not surprising, but I wonder what Splatoon would look like as a free to play game supported by cosmetic DLC, supported by decorate your locker DLC. We saw so many shops in this that could have DLC plans, that could have microtransaction plans that are similar to Fall Guys, Fortnite, Rocket League, the stuff that's established, and just here's this game for free. Here's this. If you want to pay for story mode, that's $40. If you want to pay for the next bit, there's another and like I think there's a monetization plan that makes more sense for Nintendo that someone like me who loves Splatoon would probably end up paying more than $80 or whatever the full game would cost in Canada, but they're just like, here's this, and we have some plans for full price DLC. It's like, okay, cool. Interesting choice, I guess. Well, not surprising choice, but interesting nonetheless.
I was just looking to see how many copies of Splatoon 2 sold, and this says 13.3 million copies sold worldwide. So it's like nothing like that's like Xbox would kill to have a game that sold 13 million copies. But really what you're talking about is player count when you go free to play. Like, can you flood this thing with 35 million people playing or something like 25 million people because it would be free to play? So I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, Nintendo shows no signs of leaning that way anyway.
Sound like a Nintendo. As someone that remembers playing the Nintendo handhelds before the NES with the little black and gray screens, that doesn't sound like a Nintendo thing. Nintendo's always like, they want to pride themselves on, hey, you're buying this, you're getting the full thing. Yeah. Like the fact that this game, like the one thing I'll say about Nintendo, when you put their game in and turn it on, I'm like, well, I know the game's going to work. Because of in this day and age, in the last 5 years,
that's the bar.
9 times out of 10, many developers don't hit that bar. Yeah. But I know with Nintendo, time and time again, they always hit that bar. So maybe if they went free to play, yes, you probably get a bigger player base. But it would be the most un-Nintendo thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
Amiibos.
They've done some stuff like that, even on the 3DS. Like we got, what was it? Rusty's Home Run Adventure and stuff. Like they've done some weird experiments. Nothing with like a premier franchise like Splatoon, but they have done some weird offshot experiment type things with different monetization models. I just like Splatoon to be one that they play with as much as they play with like what's a Kirby game. You know what I mean? Like they have some franchises that they experiment with. Like this could be the monetization experiment.
Yeah, I think that's what I was kind of saying a little bit on the Nintendo Drive yesterday. Like I want to see something that I haven't seen before, and I guess the 3-way Splatfest is probably it. Like that's going to be probably my highlight from today. I don't know if that's taken the big fish. But Mark, like, is there anything else that kind of like stands out to you from today that you were excited to see, or is it pretty much like it's so much of it is, oh yeah, there's that thing. Like if you know Splatoon, it's here.
I'm that's it. I'm ready for more Splatoon. It's been a bit since Splatoon 2, and I'm ready to jump in again. There's nothing that was like, I think you said it during the show. It's like if you told me this was just Splatoon 2, I'd believe you. Yeah. I think there's nothing that like stood out like, oh my goodness, like lockers and a couple of different things, but. Yeah, there's a few things that has me ready to go back in.
Thank you, Anna, who's become. I don't know why it says has become. I gotta fix that. Welcome on into the jump in tier, Anna. Thank you so much. I got Bobby's face on the GIF there. That was him after he found Mewtwo in Pokemon Go. He was very excited. Nintendo Australia New Zealand announced the Amiibo come in a 3-pack. Ooh, I mean you got to get the 3-pack. The Bobby GIF that's the best. I have spent multiple streams looking at Bobby's video when he was recording in his car about that Pokemon Go moment, and just like laughing my ass off. Got him. He was just. It's so good. Court, where are you at, man? Kind of closing thoughts here as we spend a half an hour looking at the weirdness that is Splatoon 3.
For me, the cosmetics and stuff, that's I'm never that person. I don't care. I play Forza and I don't change my car. I never change my character in a game. I'm the guy that when you have to create a character in a game, I'm like, whatever they give me, I'm going to use that because it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But the game looks like a lot of fun. And for me, a lot with the Nintendo is I've been spending a lot of time with my daughter playing it. And we've been enjoying it together. This is a game that looks like it's easily to be able to be picked up to figure out what to do. And that she would have a lot of fun with it. So that to me, this is a game I would purchase. I purchased Mario Party and we still to this day play it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, meh, but like my daughter loves it.
Yeah.
There's certain games that she loves and this looks like a game that she would really like. So when she gets home from camp today, I'm going to show her the trailer and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because the gear, they did spend a lot of time on it, but I don't think that they really walked through like what you do with it, or at least what you used to do with it, which was like unlock new abilities or new kind of perks and things like that.
They briefly mentioned that, like they mentioned that being able to run faster, but that was it. Like, it was very quick.
So it is, and when they kind of like they're cutesy about it, like it's form and function. So or like it makes your character look a certain way, but then also you can have certain like little perks. You're faster here, or whatever else. So very cool. Anna, when was that? It was about maybe 3 weeks ago or so, maybe that we were welcomed on into the partner program here on YouTube, and so yeah, this is fairly new actually. So thank you so much for the double down on the support. Holy crap, it's very cool. Any other closing thoughts before we shut this thing down? August 27th is the Splatfest, the test fire. I'm surprised they're not using the word test fire, but the marketing machine for Splatoon has officially started. A bunch of us are playing for at least a few hours on the 27th. I have to look back on those times. It was 9 to 9, but was it Eastern time or Pacific time? I'm not sure.
Maybe we can catch it.
Because I want to see if we can do that on Super Fun Saturdays with Sean Capri at Carpool Gaming. Is that what we call it? We don't do the Carpool Gaming.
You can call it whatever you want.
I know.
You say it every time.
I know.
Like,
Is that what we call it?
You know what? I want a T-shirt that says Super Fun Saturdays with Sean Capri. Is that what we call it?
We call it. Well, guys, I think that might just do it. And I'm excited that some new people are jumping into Splatoon maybe for the first time. Some old dogs like me and Mark are excited. Chibi, I think, is through the roof, so let's follow their lead. Very exciting. Same, I'll take a t-shirt, but thanks for stream. You guys are the best. I think that's going to be it. We'll see you guys on the next stream that I don't know, we're probably got. Oh, yeah, the Xbox Drive is later today. So we'll see you guys later.
And then, there's
just stuff. Yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few hours, I guess. I wish I could just like run a bunch of trailers or stuff, and then we just come back hours later with more content. That's where we're turning it into. All right, catch you later, everybody. Bye bye.
Stay fresh.
Where's my button? I got a button here somewhere.